Smart men do not try harder to attract women. They do 4 specific things instead, and it works every single time. You have tried harder before. You dressed better. You worked out more. You read everything you could find about confidence and attraction and what women want. You applied the advice, you put in the effort, and some of it worked. But you could always tell when something was still off. When the attraction was there for a moment but did not hold. When conversations went well but never turned into anything real. When you could feel yourself trying just a little too hard and wondering if she could feel it too. She could. But here is what nobody told you. The problem was never your effort. The problem was what you were putting your effort into. Smart men do not attract women by trying more. They attract them by doing 4 specific things that most men never figure out. Things that work not because they are clever strategies, but because they are grounded in the deep psychology of what women actually respond to at a biological and emotional level. Today we are breaking all 4 down. Clearly, practically, backed by science, and in a way you can start applying before this video is over. Before we get into all 4, subscribe right now and drop a like. This channel is for men who want real answers that actually change things, rather than advice that sounds good in theory and does nothing in practice. And let me say something honest to you. If you have been putting in genuine effort and still not getting the results you want, that is not a talent problem. It is an information problem. The Magnetic Masculinity ebook in the description below is going to fix that. It is the most practical, honest, and complete guide I have ever put together for men who want to understand exactly what creates attraction and exactly how to build it. Men who have read it describe it as the missing piece they had been looking for. The link is in the description. Scroll down and grab it right now while you are in the right headspace to actually use it. Here is what most men do when they want to attract a woman they like. They increase their output. They text more. They compliment more. They try harder to be funny, more interesting, more impressive. They show more interest, give more attention, and make themselves more available because in every other area of their life, more effort produces better results. But in attraction, more effort aimed in the wrong direction does not produce better results. It produces the opposite. Because what most men are putting their effort into is performance. And performance, no matter how polished it becomes, communicates one thing underneath all of it. He is not sure he is enough as he is. And that uncertainty, that invisible but completely detectable need for her to respond positively in order for him to feel okay, is the single biggest barrier between most men and the natural, genuine attraction they are working so hard to create. Smart men solved this problem not by performing better, but by stopping performing altogether and replacing it with 4 things that actually work. Psychologist Dr. Abraham Maslow, whose work on human development identified self-actualization as the highest state a person can reach, found that self-actualized men share a specific set of qualities that make them consistently more compelling, more respected, and more genuinely attractive than men who are still seeking external validation to feel complete. Self-actualized men do not need approval. They are genuinely invested in growth. They operate from a place of internal security rather than external performance. And those qualities are not just philosophically admirable. They are neurologically irresistible. Neuroscientist Dr. Helen Fisher, whose research on the brain chemistry of attraction found that women's brains are most powerfully activated by men who display what she calls behavioral autonomy. The clear and consistent signal that a man's sense of self, his mood, his confidence, and his direction are all determined from within, rather than by how she responds to him. Behavioral autonomy is not arrogance. It is not coldness. It is the quiet, unshakable quality of a man who is so grounded in who he is that the world around him, including the women in it, can feel that roundedness and responds to it with the most powerful form of attraction there is. Genuine, involuntary, and completely beyond her control. Here is how smart men build it. First thing, smart men invest in themselves. First, the single most attractive thing a man can do is become genuinely, visibly invested in his own growth. Not for her, not to impress anyone, for himself. This means pursuing goals that matter to him. Building skills that make him feel capable and alive. Reading things that challenge his thinking, training his body in ways that make him feel strong and in control, creating a life that he is genuinely proud of and genuinely excited by. When a man is invested in his own growth in a real and consistent way, something changes about the energy he carries. He becomes more interesting because he has more to offer. He becomes more confident because he is accumulating real evidence of his own capability. He becomes more attractive because the energy of a man who is building something real is one of the most compelling things a woman can encounter. Research from Dr. David Buss found consistently across multiple studies and cultures that men who demonstrate ambition, direction, and genuine investment in their own development are rated significantly higher in long-term attractiveness by women than men whose lives lack purpose or direction. Stop investing your energy primarily in trying to attract her. Start investing it in becoming someone whose attraction is a natural side effect of who he is. Second one. Smart men. Make her feel genuinely seen. Most men in conversations with women they are attracted to are focused on one thing: how they are coming across. Whether she is impressed, whether they are saying the right things, which means their attention is not actually on her, it is on themselves, and she feels that. The smart man flips this completely. His attention is fully on her, not in a way that feels like he is studying her or performing interest, but in the way that a person who is genuinely curious about another person naturally pays attention. He asks questions that nobody else has asked. He listens to the answers rather than preparing his next statement while she is still talking. He notices the small things she says and brings them back later in the conversation. He reacts to what she actually says rather than what he expected her to say. And the result is that she walks away from that conversation feeling something she almost never feels when men who are interested in her are talking to her. Like she was actually seen. That feeling is rare, and the man who creates it becomes associated with it. She does not just enjoy talking to him. She wants more of it. She thinks about him when he is not there. She reaches out first because the experience of being fully seen by him is something she does not want to lose access to. Dr. John Gottman, whose research on human connection is among the most respected in the world, found that feeling genuinely known and understood by another person is one of the most powerful drivers of deep emotional attachment. Make her feel seen, and you create something that most men never come close to. Third, smart men lead. Without asking permission. There is a specific quality that almost every naturally attractive man has in common. He makes decisions. Comfortably. Without constant checking or qualifying or seeking approval for what he thinks and what he wants. He suggests the restaurant. He makes the plan. He has an opinion when she asks for one rather than deflecting back to her. He takes the lead in moments that are asking for leadership without needing her to validate his choice before he makes it. This is not about control. It is not about ignoring what she wants. It is about having the kind of calm decisiveness that makes the people around him feel that someone capable is present. Psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini found in his research on influence and social behavior that people consistently feel more comfortable, more attracted, and more trusting toward individuals who demonstrate clear and confident decision-making compared to individuals who are uncertain, indecisive, or constantly seeking approval. Lead with confidence. Make the decision, own the outcome, and watch how differently she responds to a man who simply knows what he wants and acts accordingly. Fourth, smart men maintain their life outside of her. This is the thing that most men sacrifice the moment they become interested in someone. And it is the thing that most directly destroys the attraction they were building. They cancel their plans for her. They rearrange their priorities around her schedule. They make her the main character of a story that was supposed to be about their own life. And in doing so, they remove the very thing that made them interesting in the first place. A man with a full life is a man worth making space for. A man whose life contracts around a woman the moment she appears gives her nothing to be attracted toward. Smart men maintain their friendships, their routines, their goals, and their personal standards regardless of how interested they are in someone. Not as a strategy to seem less available, but because their life genuinely matters to them and they are not willing to abandon it for anyone. That commitment to their own life communicates something to a woman that no amount of effort or charm can manufacture. This man was someone before me, and he will continue to be someone regardless of me. And that realization makes her want to be chosen by him more than almost anything else could. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found consistently that men who maintain strong independent identities within relationships are rated as significantly more attractive, more trustworthy, and more desirable by their partners than men who become emotionally dependent or lose their individual identity in pursuit of the relationship. Keep your life. It is the most attractive thing you have. Here is what all four of these things have in common. None of them are about her. Not one. They are all about you. About the quality of your relationship with yourself. About how fully you are living your own life. About how present and grounded and real you are in the moments you share with other people. The smart man does not attract women by becoming what they want. He attracts them by becoming so completely and authentically himself that what he is becomes something they genuinely want. That is the difference. And it is not a small one. Most men spend their entire lives trying to figure out how to become more attractive. Smart men spend their energy becoming more themselves. And the attraction follows so naturally that it stops feeling like something they have to create. It just becomes who they are. If this hits something real today, like this video and subscribe for more content that tells men the truth about what actually creates attraction and what quietly destroys it. And let me be straight with you one last time before you go. Everything in this video is the beginning of a much deeper conversation. And that deeper conversation is inside the Magnetic Masculinity ebook in the description below. I need you to hear something honestly. Most men will watch this video and do nothing with it. They will feel motivated for an hour and then slide back into the same patterns by tomorrow. I do not want that to be you. Not because I am trying to sell you something, but because you have already spent enough time stuck in patterns that are not working. The ebook is practical. It is complete. It is built specifically for men who are done with generic advice and ready for the real system that changes how they show up in every interaction with every woman from this point forward. 15 years of research. A few hours to read. A completely different trajectory for your dating life, your confidence, and your sense of your own worth. The link is in the description. Go grab it right now. Because the 4 things in this video are just the beginning of what is possible when you actually commit to building the man you know you are capable of becoming.